Welcome back to the Sweet Treat series. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to make my favourite plum and pecan galette. It's truly delicious, it's wafer thin, simple, crispy, absolutely fabulous. You're going to love it. So I've got some short crust pastry here, which I've pre-made, but you can buy it shop bought. If you want to see how to make pastry live in action, check out my lemon and pistachio tart. And for the full list of ingredients and the method on how to make it, just check out the description box below. So you want to make sure you've got enough flour as you roll. Not too much, but enough. So just keep turning and rolling until it's a nice thin round shape. We want it about the thickness of a pound coin. After you've completed the dough workout, it is then time to maneuver it to your greaseproof papered tray. So I'm just going to pop my dough on there. Now, don't worry if it overlaps because we're going to be folding it in, so that's not a problem. So we've got our dough here. Next is the filling. So I've got some creme fraiche, I've got some maple syrup, about a tablespoon, and I have some Grand Marnier. You could use brandy or rum if you prefer. I'm just going to give it a little mix up. To that, I'm also going to add about just under a tablespoon of flour. This is just going to help it thicken together and it's going to be the base of our galette. And we're just going to spread it roughly, liberally, across the bottom of our galette. So now that's done, the next step is the plums and the sugar. So I have my plums here. I'm just going to get the spoon here and I'm just going to toss the coat. They're covered in those lovely little bits of sugar. I'm using a nice light soft brown coconut palm sugar, which is a natural sweetener. Okay, and the galette. I need to pop all of them in until you use them all up. So, we're nearly there, but final flourishes. Some of the best nuts in the world, pecans. They are my favourites. They're good and sweet, savoury, all sorts. They really work nicely with the plums. So I'm just going to scatter some over. Now we're just going to trim the edges of the pastry. So that's nicely trimmed. And now we've got some sugar still left over. I'm just going to add a sprinkling of it over here. So let me show you. So with the galette, the trick is just to gently fold it as you go round, like so. It's very, very simple. And there is the galette. So you see what I mean now about the kind of combination between a pastry and a tart. It's kind of a mixture of the both. Now the final thing to do is you want to glaze it with an egg wash. So this is just eggs mixed with a little bit of water just to make it nice and runny. And this will give it a nice golden sheen. It'll look beautiful when it comes out of the oven. If you do make this recipe, feel free to send me your different variations, different flavours you use. I absolutely want to see your photos as well. So send them to the Tasty Tenor or my website, tessward.com. So the final bit is just a little bit of a sprinkling of sugar on top of the pastry to give it a nice golden crunch. Perfect, look at that. Now it's ready to go in the oven. I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees. I'm going to pop it in now. So if you're ready, I'm going to show you my galette. Ta-da! Here it is, the final product, fresh out of the oven. I really hope you like this recipe. I'm just going to wait till it cools slightly, cut a slice and go and enjoy it with some friends. But I'll see you again next time.